Los Angeles wildfires rekindle eco-terror arson suspect manhunt after fake firefighters are arrested. There was a group of 17 people collectively known as The Family. They were eco-terrorists. They lit a bunch of stuff on fire. The woman they're looking for as the result of the LA fires and the story I'm about to tell, has been on the run for 24 years. And let's get into it. Here we go. All right. We're going to start off with this story because this is the story that kind of precipitated all this. 2 people busted for using a fire truck they bought at auction to impersonate firefighters in the Pacific Palisades. So they thought, hey, we're up to shenanigans. We don't really know what they did. They haven't really been charged with anything other than, hey, you got a fire truck in here that's not an authorized fire truck, and you're in a zone, an evacuation zone, where you shouldn't be. Therefore, bad on you. But then this triggered this FBI warning of, hey, if anybody's seen this individual, and we'll get to her in a second. 2 people were arrested in Pacific Palisades Saturday for allegedly using a fire truck bought at an auction to impersonate firefighters at a checkpoint reserved for crews responding to the deadly Palisades fire. These are some die-hard arsonists. Here is their fire truck. See, Roaring River Fire? Hey, that sounds legit, doesn't it? I mean, this fire truck is legit. They painstakingly have maintained this. This is not a piece of crap, is it? No, it's not. Let's keep going. The Los Angeles wildfire started 2 weeks ago, continue to burn amid the influx of first responders. 2 people took it upon themselves to try and blend in with a hulking fire truck of their own. Sheriff's deputies stopped the 2 faux firefighters while they were trying to roll through the checkpoint in their fire truck. I mean, this thing looks legit, right? It looks old, but yeah, it doesn't mean the fire truck doesn't work. So, trying to roll through the checkpoint in their fire truck, Commander Min Din of the LA Sheriff's Department wrote on Facebook, hey, what are these guys doing? The duo allegedly lied to the officers and claimed to be from the Roaring River Fire Department in Oregon, even came stocked with their own equipment, including full turnout gear, helmets, and radios. They were also wearing CAL FIRE shirts underneath their gear. So here's their shirts and stuff. Here is their communications. These guys thought it through. What had they already lit on fire? What were they going to light on fire? We don't really know. To be determined, right? While the deputies realized the Roaring River Fire Department didn't exist, they arrested Dustin and Jennifer Neal for impersonating a firefighter and entering an evacuation zone. Fire truck has since been impounded. Dustin Neal has a prior criminal history in Oregon for criminal mischief and, arson. It's unclear if the 2 are from California or if they might have made the trek from Oregon. It's not, if you're in Southern Oregon, it's not that big of a drive to LA. It's just not. Investigators will be presenting the case to the LA District Attorney. Okay, so you got that going on. And then that story precipitated this story here, the eco-terror arson suspect. FBI has rekindled a decades-long manhunt for a serial arson suspect. Let's get a little look at her. Well, what do you say? Let's just take a little look-see, see what we're working with. All right, here we go. Josephine Sunshine Overaker.
An up to $50,000 reward is available for information leading to the arrest of this woman, alleged domestic terrorist Josephine Sunshine Overaker. I'm Molly Halpern of the Bureau with Wanted by the FBI. This is an age-progressed image of what Josephine Overaker would look like these days. Overaker is wanted for arson and other crimes she committed dating back to 1996 when she was a member of an eco-terrorism cell known as The Family. The cell acted in the name of extremist groups including the Animal Liberation Front and the Earth Liberation Front. Special Agent Timothy Suttles.
She was one of the main people to shoplift equipment and devices that they used in these arsons.
The crime spanned 5 states: Oregon, Washington, California, Colorado, and Wyoming. Here is a look at one of their crimes in Colorado at the Vail Ski Resort, which remains the largest eco-related arson in history.
Boy, that is a blaze right there. That's a massive building. Massive building. and they just lit that bad boy on fire. Wow, that is some damage. I mean,
Josephine Overaker, in committing these crimes, put first responders' lives in danger, as well as causing over $45 million in damages.
Josephine Overaker, who is fluent in Spanish, may be living overseas in Spain. Investigators say she left the United States shortly after Operation Backfire, an FBI-led national takedown 10 years ago this month that resulted in the arrest of some of her co-conspirators. Overaker may be using an alias such as...
She used Lisa Quintana, China, Joe, and OSHA.
Check out one of Josephine Overaker's tattoos.
A very large bird tattoo that starts on her right shoulder and stretches across her shoulder blades.
Note to self, if you ever think about becoming a terrorist and need to go on the run, maybe a big identifying tattoo on your back isn't the way to go. You ever want to go to the beach? I don't think so. I've been wearing a t-shirt today. Right? I mean, some of these folks, you're like, I mean, never mind this tattoo over here. All right, this one here on her left bicep, I guess that is. What do we got going on? Yeah.
The color of this tattoo is a dark green, almost black. A lot of feathers.
Overaker has facial hair on her upper lip. She is vegan. The alleged arsonist has worked as a firefighter, a midwife, a sheep tender, and a masseuse. If you have information about this case, report tips to your local FBI office.
She's a vegan and a sheep tender, possibly a masseuse. And you can see her by her big back tattoo and possibly hairy upper lip. Boy, I mean, if that isn't just some onion stuff right there, I don't know what is, right? I mean, yeah, when fiction becomes reality, I guess is what it is. All right. So we got the fake firefighters. FBI is offering $50,000 for information leading to the arrest of this individual. She's been accused of posing as a firefighter, that woman that's wanted by the FBI. She's been known to impersonate. So there must have been enough information, or those two other people that they arrested. There's got to be a connection there, right? Because, I mean, these things don't just pop up. Hey, that's coincidence. Overaker was indicted 24 years ago Sunday on charges including arson, destruction of an energy facility, and domestic terrorism. Hey, sounds like Black Lives Matter. Her exact age is unknown, but she is believed to have been born between October 71 and November 74, so she's a little bit younger than I am. Incidents she is alleged to have been involved with were linked to extremist groups known as the Earth Liberation Front and the Animal Liberation Front. We heard that in the video. The alleged attacks took Oregon, Washington, Cali, Colorado, Wyoming, beginning in 1996. I vaguely remember this going on, but I had two kids at that point in time. I think my son Brennan was about to be born. And so I was in that baby infant, got a toddler and a baby thing going on. And I probably couldn't tell up from down, but I vaguely remember the family. I remember that name, the family, and these eco-terrorists. Several hours after LA authorities announced the couple's arrest, the FBI's most wanted account on X reposted a flyer seeking information on Overaker, a longtime fugitive. Hey, anybody? No particular reason here. No real reason here, but anybody seen Overaker? Tattoo, might be a masseuse, hairy lip. Yeah. Sometimes she dresses up like a fire person. Wild stuff, right? There's that tattoo and hairy lip. It's not clear that the Niles had any connection to Overaker or the radical group she accused of working with. The FBI reshared her wanted poster on the 20th anniversary of her federal indictment. Yeah, there's a connection. We know it. You know it. We all know it. Let's find this person. Dustin Neal has a criminal record. He's one of the two that was in the fire truck. Arson charges. He was dressed up in firefighting gear, radios, vehicles emblazoned with the name of the fake Oregon agency. Know all that. Here we go. Dustin Neal served 5 years in prison for a series of vandalizations that culminated in an arson attack at a country club and at other locations. Kind of makes you want to go, doesn't it? So this other article goes on to say, Overaker is the one remaining member of the family to evade justice. FBI operation led to a national takedown of every other member of the family in 2004. So this has literally been 21 years. However, Overaker somehow escaped and has been on the run ever since. She's fluent in Spanish, which may have aided in her remaining hidden outside the country, possibly in Spain. Domestic terrorism actions they committed through the late 90s to early 2000s caused upwards of $50 million in damages. I mean, absolute child's play compared to what's going on with the billions of dollars of damage in LA. But I think is it a coincidence that this person just pops up on the FBI radar? Hey, radar, we're looking for this individual. Anybody seen this person? Meanwhile, they've got these other two in custody, or they've arrested them. I don't think impersonating a firefighter is that a felony? This is California. It can't be. It's got to be a misdemeanor, and you just walk away with your parking ticket and never pay it because there's no repercussions for your actions in California. In spite of what, district attorney in Los Angeles says, the mayor says, and the governor said, we will find you, we will arrest you, and we will hold you accountable to the full extent of the law. And that is the problem, my friends, is that full extent of the law in California ain't much, especially for these kind of charges. And with the judicial system the way it is, they're not going to hold anybody accountable. I mean, arson? You know what I mean? Really? It's during the time of a natural disaster event, Sean. Really? Does it really matter? This is just business as usual in Los Angeles. That's what it is. You got a couple of nut jobs. You got a bunch of homeless people running around setting things on fire. I've talked about that in depth. This is just kind of one more complicated layer of what happens when you allow things to get out of control, like homelessness and criminals and fires, and the list just goes on and on and on, right? All right. That's it for me on this one. Thanks so much for being here. Catch up with you in the next one. Bye for now.